Brayden, have you been day drinking?
Hi, what's up? How's it going? I'm Paul Tafoya, owner of Bullies out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. I produced New Mexico's first dual champion. ASOS is Johnny Rocket. He's ABKC and USBR champion. He was also 2017's #1 American bully in the USBR and #8 overall dogs that year. He was also 2019's #2 American bully. I also produced dual champion Riding Low Like a Cholo, littermate brothers to champion Johnny Rocket. I would say it was about 2013. I got a dog from my cousin and fell in love with the breed. Things didn't turn out the greatest with that dog and kind of just built a little rivalry. I wanted to go out and be the best with these dogs, so I picked up everything I could, from training dogs to understanding the anatomy. I went to school, got my degree in graphic design to do graphic design for the dogs. Learned how to shoot pictures so I could use for my graphic design. You name it, I do it with the dogs. If it comes to breeding or promoting. When I first got started, there wasn't 100 different registries. We had ABKC. That was really it. We had the extreme class in the ABKC for the more overdone dogs, bigger dogs. I guess the dogs we were trying to find today, just without all the problems. And the extreme class kind of gave that, I guess, a little bit of a loophole for dogs that weren't built so right. I guess from there, the USBR and a couple other registries started to give the exotic a home, the same way the ABKC did for the American bully. We've been working hard, kind of try to erase that line, try to bring everybody together. No matter what breed of dogs they got, we're all still breeding dogs. So I guess from then to now, I guess there's more outlets and more dogs, you know what I mean? In 2013, we didn't have the number of dogs. I think ABKC said last week that they registered 900,000 dog in the registry, and that was a week ago. So there's probably a couple more thousand on top of that. You know what I mean? So things have changed. Dogs have changed. The community's changed. That's when I got started. Social media was just barely getting started too. You could get online to like the MSM boards. It was an old chat group that you could get in there and talk dogs. It was completely different, you know what I mean? There wasn't 1 million dogs on there every day, and there wasn't a million different breeders and kennels. You had to travel, go look at dogs and stuff, you know what I mean? I guess when I started, I didn't really travel looking for dogs because I was looking for the homegrown stuff. I wanted to represent the dogs from here in New Mexico. So I was looking for the best of what we had to offer to grow from that. To me, it's not just about breeding and selling dogs. I'm more into showing dogs. I like the competition of the show ring. So I guess my progression is I learned from a free clinic with my homeboy Nate. I fell in love with showing dogs and the show ring. And at one point there was a time where I couldn't just pick up this weekend and go to a show. So I had to figure out another alternative way to be able to get to shows. And knowing my capabilities as a handler and my understanding of the breed, I knew that I could go and talk to this person or that person that got the quality dog and educate them and convince them to go to shows and pay for me to be their handler at those shows. And I did that for a couple years with a lot of success. I think I had 7 dual champions. So I just used what I learned to continue to grow, you know what I mean? And I guess we, as the bully community and ourselves, need to educate better instead of trying to falsely educate, to sell a puppy. If more people were breeding for the quality of dog instead of the quality of the paycheck, I think that'll improve a lot of stuff too. But understanding, you know what I mean? You could read a book all day, but if you don't understand it, you ain't getting nothing from it. You gotta understand the knowledge that's been put out. Be honest with yourself when you're selling your stuff. If you got a bully and it's a bully, label it a bully. Don't try to sell it as an exotic, and vice versa. If you got an exotic, if you know it's an exotic, don't try to label it as an American bully when you know it's not, because now you're just adding to the more confusion to the people that don't know. We always working on something. I got a couple breedings working. Should confirm in a couple of weeks. In the next probably 3-4 months, I should be breeding about 5 Johnny Rocket daughters. We got a fun show in the works. We're looking for about July for that fun show. Always looking for sponsors. And April 23rd, Rise of the Southwest, man, we hit it off. That shit ran smooth. A lot of dogs. I think we had 148, 138, something like that, dogs in the ring. So thank you to everybody that showed up, showed out, supported, sponsored, all that kind of stuff. Next year, April, Rise of the Southwest #2, same place. Looking to have more dogs. I'll be taking on training if anybody needs handling with their dogs. Show training before the shows, let me know. You can find me on Facebook, Paul Tafoya, ASOS Bullies. You can hit me up, 505-322-3769.